I've been starstruck many, many times. As a matter of fact, this past year, I got to meet one of my childhood heroes. I got to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, some of you are clapping, some of you are like, wait. Well, here's the thing. I didn't love him as a politician, and I was too young to know him as a bodybuilder. All I knew is the movie Terminator was my favorite movie, and he was the Terminator. So, here's the story. I'm in LA at this red carpet event for some movie that I still haven't seen. I'm standing there with my publicist, okay? I'm standing there with my publicist, and she's explaining to me how the red carpet works. Listen, Gabriel, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go down the red carpet, and then the paparazzi's gonna start taking photos of you, and then someone's gonna ask you some questions. It's a lot of fun. Then we'll go inside, and then we'll go to the after party. It's gonna be great. As she's telling me this, I'm looking around, and I look over and I notice, I see him. I see Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I freak out. Relax. You've never met Arnie? I said, no, I've never met Arnie. I work with him all the time. He's really nice. Would you like me to introduce you? I'm like, yes. She takes me by the hand, and she walks me directly to Arnold. I'm freaking out so bad, I look like a big-ass toddler. We get over to Arnold Schwarzenegger's area, and he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's already got a big group of people around him waiting to take a photo. So I'm just patiently waiting. As I'm watching him, you guys, I gotta tell you right now, no one on this planet is better at meeting people than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is the greatest people meter I've ever witnessed. And the reason I say this is because when you meet him, he's very engaging. He grabs your hand, he pulls you in, he looks at you in the eyes, and he turns it on. When you meet Arnold, you get exactly what you think you're gonna get. It's awesome to watch. You know? How are you? So nice to meet you. You're so strong. You put my hand. Hey, look at you. This is incredible. Got these lights and this red carpet. This is incredible. Excuse me. How are you? Hey, you're so strong. You put my hand. This is incredible. Look at you. People are walking away from him, looking at their hand. They're looking at their hand, you guys. 10 minutes I'm watching Arnold Schwarzenegger light people up. And then I noticed something else. I noticed that Arnold has a handler, a guy who stands right behind him. And it's this guy's job to basically reset Arnold for the next person he's about to meet. Arnold Schwarzenegger will never cut off a conversation with the fan. The guy behind him listens in on the conversation, and he determines when enough is enough, and then he signals Arnold to cut it off and move on. Here's the signal. He grabs the back of Arnold's arm right there, 2 times. 1, 2. That lets Arnold know, cut it off, time to move on. Always to the left. Awesome to watch. This is incredible what these lights and these special effects is going on here. Excuse me, how are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Hey! I'm like, oh. So I yell out to the handler, hey! And the handler turns around. Hit him! I want to meet him. Hit him! And he starts laughing because now he sees that I see how the Terminator is really working. So he gives me one of these. Next thing you know, he is lighting Arnold up. He is hitting Arnold so fast, Arnold can barely keep up. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Excuse me, pardon me, high five, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Very good. Pound. He's coming down the line, and I'm just waiting. And I stick my hand out, and he grabbed it. How are you, son? I recognize you. I know who you are. You're the comedian who does the joke about the Indian man trying to rob a bank, but he cannot rob the bank because they are making fun of him. And in my head, I'm like, he knows me! Outside, I'm like, yeah, that's me. You are hysterical. Give me your contact information. You are the funniest person. Excuse me. How are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Meeting Arnold is like a really good roller coaster. You want to go to the end and meet him one more time. You know what I'm saying? way, thank you to whoever brought the chocolate cakes in the back. I got them right before the show. Thank you very much. Very cool. Somebody brought Chico's tacos too. I thought that was great. Now, you guys here know what I'm talking about, but everybody that's watching at home, they're like, Chico's tacos? Oh, what the hell's that? It's an El Paso tradition. If you come to El Paso, just know that that's right here. That's the tradition in El Paso. I ran into people in other places like Chicago and New York. I'm like, where are you from? El Paso. And I say, Chico's tacos. And they're like, oh. Like, wow, yeah, that's hardcore. It is the craziest food I've ever tried, you guys. Craziest ever. Reason is, they give you these little taquitos, and there's like a sauce, and you pour it, and like the taquitos float, and then it absorbs. And I never thought I'd see the day where I could drink a taco. Yeah. And you gotta have that at the end of the night. Don't try to freaking plan out events after going, They'll say, oh, we're gonna eat at Chico's and then go to the movies. No, don't do that, don't do that. You'll be sitting there like, hey, this is a good movie, huh? This is the one where Nicolas Cage comes out and... Anyway, he plays the bad guy in this movie and it turns out really good. Then all of a sudden... You're running by people. They're like, Chicos. El Paso tradition. You know what's funny? Is that a year from now, there'll be people watching this all over the world. Just like the first DVDs in Canada, Australia, and Europe, this DVD will wind up somewhere in Australia, and there'll be people in Australia going, what the hell's Chico's? Crocky, we gotta see Chico's. You watch. People freaking out. I say, we must go try Chico's. It sounds splendid. Yes, it does. Drink a taco. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm going to try it. El Paso it is. Oh, but no, I got Chico's tacos and cakes. One year ago, this city was flipped upside down by a hurricane. Un cabrón named Harvey. And they said that this city would never be the same. I think it's beautiful that a year later, we're all here celebrating together the fact that this city is resilient. And you guys persevered. Houston strong, baby. Yeah, that's serious. In all sincerity, you guys, I'm not trying to kiss your ass. I already got your money. Friggin' Houston, I love this town. I've been coming here for 20 years. 20 years. Started off performing at a comedy club called The Laugh Stop. And then, of course, we jumped over to the Improv, and then I performed everywhere. I even did a one-nighter in Tomball. That's a long story for the people at home. I won't even get into that. I want to give you guys a heads up and let you know now that tonight I feel extra comfortable. You're gonna notice that you might hear a little bit more Spanish than you normally would. And you can't do that just anywhere, but you can do that in Houston. Now, to everyone watching at home who's freaking out, like, oh my God,
I didn't sign up for this.
if I say something in Spanish, my promise is to translate immediately so that everyone enjoys the show, okay? Because I know the second I said Spanish, people are freaking out, you know? All the people that drove in from the Woodlands are like, hey. And for everyone at home, what does he mean by that? The people from the Woodlands, you know. I know he is not referring to us. The nerve of him. He needs to go back where he came from, over by Airline Road. That's right. I know where you keep your brown people. This is awesome. This always pisses off Netflix. They're like, Gabriel, we really wish you would just do a show that's general, that everybody understands. Why do you have to make your show so personal? Only people in that city are gonna get it. Well, when you have an arena full of people, you want them to get it. You want that extra personal, special touch. I don't care what they say, I already got the check. So let me give you a heads up as to what has happened since the last time I did a special. My son Frankie is now 19 years old. 19 years old, high school graduate. He has all his shots, ladies. People tell me all the time, you know, why do you talk about your son so much? Because he won't leave. Does he like it when you talk about him? I said, no, he hates it. Well, why do you do it? Because he won't leave. I'll tell you what he likes to do right now. He likes to sit around the house and watch videos of other kids playing video games. See, some of you are clapping. I didn't know that was an actual thing. I asked him, what are you doing? I'm watching other kids playing video games. I said, that's really? Why? Well, they're professionals. I'm like, why would you watch something that you could be doing? Because they're professionals. That's dumb. Really, Dad? Every Sunday, I see you watching football. How come you don't play? I didn't even argue. I just cut off the internet. My son's problem right now is that he has, according to him, too many options. Okay, that's his problem. I'm like, poor guy. I have so many options, Dad. I don't know what to do. Write them down. Put them on a wheel. Freaking. Today, plumber. Something. The problem is we go places, people find out he is my son, and then they offer him opportunities. He doesn't understand that that's not how the real world works. I know about struggling and clawing and fighting for the opportunity to do something. He doesn't get it yet. And that's my fault. For example, I take him and his mom out to dinner, okay? I took them both to Red Lobster. Now, Houston, me personally, I love Red Lobster, okay? And not even for the seafood. I'm talking about the biscuits. Oh, yeah. So we're sitting there and we're having a conversation with our son about life, opportunity, what does he want to do with himself? And as we're talking to him, the manager from Red Lobster walks over to our table. And he's being really cool, right? He's like, hey. And I'm like, hey. He looks at my son. Is this the infamous Frankie? I said, why, yes, it is. He just graduated. Congratulations. And he's looking for a job. The manager goes, oh, say no more. And he gives my son a business card. And then he starts to say, listen, Frankie, this is all you have to do. Just go online and fill out the application. Once it's registered, call me personally, and I'll see to it that you get an interview. The only position we have available right now is for a host, but there's plenty of room for opportunity here at Red Lobster. Besides, you got one hell of a reference. And then he walked away, and I was like, oh my God. I'm gonna get free biscuits. My son looks at me and says, I don't want to work at Red Lobster. I said, Frankie, no one is making you work anywhere. This is just another opportunity that you're wasting. Okay, no Red Lobster. What's your plan? Oh, I don't know. I got frustrated, so I raised my voice. Well, you better start thinking. His mom didn't like that. Don't talk to him like that. I said, look, biscuit blocker. See, up to this point, we have agreed on how we raise our son. But in this situation, she's trying to protect him from the world. I'm trying to prepare him for the world. If he cannot handle me raising my voice to get his attention, to see the bigger picture, he's not ready for a world that doesn't care about his feelings. So I say, you know what? I gotta have a one-on-one with him. I gotta have a one-on-one without... So I take him out to the movies. We get in the car, we take off. Little 20-minute drive, okay? As we're driving, I figure I'll have a little one-on-one with him. Maybe this way it doesn't feel like a talk. I thought he understood what I was trying to say. It's late, we're leaving the movies. We're pulling out of the parking structure, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a cop car. And I made a sound. I was like, ugh. And Frankie goes, what is it, Dad? I said, there's a cop at the light. What are you worried about? He's gonna stop us. How do you know? Watch. I made that left turn. Frankie's losing it. It's happening! I said, relax. I pull over. Cop pulls up from behind. Immediately, driver, windows down. Driver, hands out the window.
Serious?
Both of them. I can't, I'm fat! He gets to the window, and he's got the flashlight, and he shines the light right in my face. He's like, license? Yeah. Here. He takes the license, and then, of course, do you know why I stopped you? Officer, no, I don't, but I'm sure you're about to tell me. You don't have a front plate on your car. I said, officer, you're absolutely right. I do not have a front plate on my car, but my name is actually on the front of the car. Excuse me, my name is on the front of the car. I own a 2012 Ford Flex, and the Ford Flex has the actual word flex written on the hood. I have a friend who does custom automotive work, and he took all the letters off the car except for the letter F, and he made letters so that it spells fluffy on the hood. Okay? Yeah, it sounds impressive. You can do it too for like $23. It's not that bad. They're like refrigerator magnets. You can even move them. Like one day a letter flew off and it said Foofy. Look at me, que pendejo. I know, stupid, right? So the officer walks around to the front of the car and he takes his flashlight and he shines the light right on the hood. And he does this, he goes, I knew it! And my son goes, what does that mean? I said, that means we get to go. My publicist calls me up and she's like, Gabe, Snoop Dogg is looking for you. Excuse me? Snoop Dogg, I know who Snoop Dogg is, but what do you mean he's looking for me? Well, is he looking for me or is he looking for me? He's a fan and he wants to interview you. Oh, cool. Sounds good. What is it? I think it's some type of podcast. I'm in. Can I bring Frankie? Absolutely. Cool. So I hang up the phone. I'm excited. I want to tell my son. I'm like, Frankie, I'm walking towards your room. I'll be at your door in 3, 2, 1. Hey, all right, you're dressed. Good. Come on, let's go. Where are we going? Watch. We get in the car. And now we're off on this adventure to go do an interview with Snoop Dogg. You guys, let me tell you something. We get to the neighborhood and we're lost. The GPS says we're there, but we're lost. We're looking for a house and there's no house, just a big building. And so I'm like, this doesn't look like a podcast, really? So I pull up to the security gate. Tap the button on the wall. Security desk, can I help you? Hey, security desk, my name is Gabriel Iglesias, and I think I'm here to do an interview with Snoop Dogg. Okay, one moment. Oh, okay, this is it. Good. I'm so excited. Snoop Dogg? It's gonna be cool, right? Sir? Yes. Yes, hi. There is no Gilbert Ignatius on file. What? Could there be another name? Another name? I don't know. Fluffy, maybe? And the gate starts to open. I'm like, oh my God, I'm officially in the rapper's world because my real name doesn't mean shit. So we drive in. And we're passing all of these reserved parking spaces. Reserve. And we get to my space, which is basically an orange cone that has Fluffy handwritten on it. And a bunch of other names crossed off. So Frankie moves the cone, I park the car. We walk into the building. My publicist is waiting for me, right? And she's like, Gabe, you made it. Frankie, how are you? Listen, I just finished talking to Snoop. Wow. He is everything you think he is and just a little bit more. He is so sweet. I cannot believe he was charged with double murder. He told me to just walk you guys into the studio and he'll be right back. He said he had to go outside and get in the right headspace or something. Okay, cool. So she walks us into Snoop's studio. I'm thinking I'm there for a podcast. Come to find out, it's for a TV show. Snoop has a TV show where he interviews celebrities. Everyone in the room is waiting for Snoop to return. You can hear the small talk, All of a sudden, everyone stands up. And I'm looking around like, what's going on? And I look at the door to see if Snoop's walking in, and I don't see him. And I could see my son. I don't realize it, but Snoop is entering the room through a different door. I don't realize it till like the last second. I'm like, what do you... Oh! So I jump up, I push in my chair. I'm so nervous, I don't know how to address him. So I'm like... I'm still... Hi. I am officially down 100 pounds. Yeah. I know some of you in the front are looking at me right now like,
Well, how big were you?
I know. Hercules, yeah. Anyways, you guys, let me tell you what happened. Basically, I found out I was a little sick. I was diagnosed about 2 years ago, type 2 diabetic. Now, I maxed out at 445 pounds. Yeah, that's way past fluffy, okay? Let's be honest, that's not even, damn! 445 pounds, that's borderline Discovery Channel fat. That was like, I couldn't leave the house, you know?
He wants to go to the movies.
It was really bad, you guys, and so I was waking up every morning with a 300 plus sugar level. Now, anyone who knows anything about diabetes, that is super high. And you do that enough times and eventually, clear. It's so hard to say goodbye.
They buried him in frosting. It was the sweetest funeral ever. Everyone got a cupcake. It was so nice.
I'm at the doctor's office, you guys, and the doctor tells me, he says, listen, Gabriel, you're 445 pounds, your weight is out of control, your diabetes is out of control, you're 35 years old, you will not live another 2 years. I guarantee it. And I got very emotional, you know, I was like, are you serious? He goes, 2 years tops. And I was like, but I just started making money. Well, it's gonna be a nice funeral. I was like, what an ass. So it took a lot for me to finally start doing something about it, you know, because it's not like this is the first time I try to lose weight. This has been happening for a long time, but somebody tells you you're gonna die, you actually wake up. So what it took the support of my friends, my family, and, you know, especially, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Martin, you guys, helped me out so much because he's always encouraging me to go to the gym. Let's go work out, bro. Let's go do something. And more importantly than let's go work out is, you know, we're on the road together 46 weeks out of the year, so we eat together a lot, and he's always watching what I eat. And if he sees me reaching for something I shouldn't mess with, he checks me. Especially breakfast. That's my favorite meal. I love breakfast. And they always put us at these nice hotels where they give us this continental breakfast with the buffet. And, you know, if I'm eating eggs and bacon and sausage, that's fine. Yes, some of it's fattening, but guess what? No sugar. If Martin sees me reaching for muffins or waffles, he makes a scene. He waits for me to get about 15 feet away, and he starts yelling in front of all the people at the restaurant. Oh yeah, he's still ghetto. I don't care if it's a Ritz-Carlton. Guess what? Machete's here. He starts yelling. He waits for me to get 15 feet away, and then he starts. Really, bro? You're gonna put that in your mouth, Fluffy? You know what that's gonna do to your body? Hey, have some self-respect. And he makes me cry at breakfast. I'm sad. I'm like, I don't want the muffin. I don't want it. I don't want the muffin. I'm not a little whore. I'm not a little whore. But see, that is a real friend who would check me and remind me, hey, bro, get mad at me all you want. I just want you to live. And I got to respect that. That's why I love that dude, you know? And in turn, sometimes I got to check Martin. Yeah. Believe me, you guys. It goes both ways. Sometimes I have to check him. Not about his weight, but he has his demons too. You know, oh, believe that. Yes, sometimes there's limited space at the hotels where we're staying at. So sometimes we got to double up on a room. And every now and then Martino brings some random girl to the room at 3 o'clock in the morning, wakes me up. I got to look at him and say, really, bro? You're going to put that in your mouth? Do you know what that's gonna do to your body? Hey, have some self. He doesn't, he really doesn't. So. I'm just saying, you guys, I love my kid, but you know what? He's a little spoiled. That's why I like it when his friends come over the house. You know, his friends are constantly reminding him of the place he's in life. And that's one thing. When you tell your kids something, okay, that's one thing. But when you can get their friends to say what you're thinking, you can't pay for that. And they're always telling him, Frankie, you're so lucky, man. You're so lucky. Your dad's trying to help you go to college. You're so lucky. He wants to help you get a car. My dad doesn't even trust me to walk. You're so lucky, Frankie. Because see, my son is numb. He's numb to you guys, and he's numb to me. He doesn't see Fluffy, okay? My son sees Dad. And that's how he says it. Dad, Dad. Yeah, I'm the guy that tells him, clean your room, take a shower, put on deodorant, which he does very well now. But Austin, you saw what I had to do to make that happen, right? His friends, though, man, they come over the house. I love these guys. I love them. One, his name is Ken. He works good with computers. His other friend, his name is Fabian. He wants to be a police officer. Both of these kids are really, really good. And I know I say kids, but they're all 18. But I'm 39, so, you know, for me, they're kids. Some of the conversations we have, really good. Some of them, I'm like, what am I doing? For example, at home, I usually dress, not like this, I mean, just like a t-shirt, but just t-shirt, shorts. Usually I like Marvel comics and I like, you know, comic book stuff. So that's usually where I wear around the house. That or something that has WWE on it or freaking Star Wars. I like wearing stuff like that at home. One day, I'm wearing an Avengers t-shirt and Frankie's friend, you know, Fabian sees me. And by the way, just so you guys know, at home, it's pretty funny. When I walk into the living room, my son's friends freak out. And it's funny because my son is so just numb. You know, I walk in the living room and Frankie's like, hey, Dad. His friends see me, they see this. With like doves. You imagine if every time you walked into a room that happened? He's here! Ladies, imagine if your guy could do that for you. It's your anniversary, a celebration, your birthday, you're laying in bed and you're like, what are you gonna do to me? What's gonna happen? One extra dove. Just a thought. Anyway, back to my son's friends. So I'm wearing this Avengers t-shirt, and Frankie's friend Fabian stands up, and he sees me wearing the shirt, and he points. He goes, hey, and I go, what's up? And he goes, weak. Excuse me? Weak. DC's better. What? DC's better. I'm like, DC's okay, you know. Obama lives there. They pass laws. They have museums, hotels. I don't know that it's better. It's not even a real state. It was DC Comics, man. I go, oh, well, whatever, dude. It's just a t-shirt. I like it. It's cool. No big deal. That's because they suck. I go, dude, chill. Batman is better than Iron Man. I go, hey. And the adult in me is saying, what are you doing having this conversation? You have better things to do with your time. But no, the kid in me is like, I want to know why. Tell me. Why is Batman better? Because he is. I go, that's not an argument. First of all, Batman's not better. I'll set the record straight. Batman is not better. Batman is creepy. Batman is the creepiest superhero that has ever lived. He's creepy. He even sounds creepy. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. You don't recognize that voice? Want some candy? Help me find my puppy. He only comes out at night. He's always hanging out in alleys. His face is always covered up. And who does he associate himself with? A guy named Joker, a guy named Riddler. His name is Batman. Joker, Riddler, Batman. Joker, Riddler, Batman. Those are Mexican gang member names. Can you imagine if that was his real identity at night? I'm Batman. During the day? No, chinga su madre, soy Batman, loco. Aquí me tiene trabajando como burro. So I said, all right, Fabian, Mr. DC's better. Based on my t-shirt says Marvel on it. And I see Incredible Hulk, I see Thor, I see Iron Man. Who are some of the superheroes that DC Comics has that makes them better? Go. Batman, you said that. Superman, that's a good one. Wonder Woman, okay. Green Lantern, wait. I said, I know the other superheroes, but Green Lantern? I said, what's his power? He wears a ring, and the ring gives him power. I said, that's a fantasy. I don't know any man who wears a ring who has power. And if you're not clapping right now, my point exactly. You can't clap. You know why? Because you're sitting next to kryptonite. Hey everybody, this is Gabriel Iglesias, that's right.
Oh my God, he is so cute.
Yes, I am. And I'm here to tell you how I got started. I was born in San Diego, California, and little by little, my mom and I migrated north till we got to Long Beach. I say migrated because when you move, you have a destination, there's a deposit, a moving truck, people that help you. When you migrate, you pretty much leave in the middle of the night and you wake up in a new city. So yeah, that's how mom rolled. My comedy heroes and influencers were Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams, Paul Rodriguez, and this is gonna surprise a lot of people. I don't think he gets enough credit. Billy Crystal. I would watch comedy specials on, whenever I could. It was either in the form of a VHS or HBO if I stayed up late. And yeah, those are the ones I'm like, wow, yeah, real funny. I was 10 years old, I did a school talent show, and I told a joke on stage. The joke was, why did the chicken cross the road? And the answer was, to check out the chicks. And that's cute when you're 10. It's creepy if you're 43. So just, that was the first joke I ever told on stage. And then I followed it up with impressions and characters of just, things that I experienced in my life. The first time I went on stage as a stand-up comic, not as a child going up in front of, other kids, was April 10th of 1997. I know the date exactly because that was when everything just changed. I wasn't supposed to go up on stage. They had a show and the MC didn't show up. And a friend of mine was friends with the promoter and they're like, what are we gonna do? We need somebody to host this show. My buddy was like, hey dude, they need an MC, you should go up there. You've always talked about wanting to do comedy, here's your chance. And I'm like, no. And he was not taking no for an answer and he physically pushed me up on stage. I had nothing prepared when I went up there. I was just so scared and nervous. Like it was just like, whoo, well, all right, let's see what happens. That night, a guy who books a comedy show was there, and that was my first paid gig. He goes, dude, if you come back here next week, I'll give you $20 to go up on stage. So just like that, after my first gig, I got offered money, which I like, wow, here we go. Believe it or not, I had a really, really good day job that paid me a lot of money and benefits, and I used to sell cell phones. I was clearing, at the time in 1996, about $5,000 a month. And for a 20-year-old, even now, that's insane. So imagine back then, I was living rich. I had a leather jacket, a new car. It was awesome. So to give that up to pursue a career in comedy, it was a big risk. Sometimes in life, you got to take a step backwards to take 2 steps forwards. You got to give something up. You got to get uncomfortable. I'm trying to work on that with dieting, and it's just not working out. I started off just being a comic. All I wanted to do was do comedy. But then, people are like, well, if you're able to do comedy the way that you do it, you could probably get into television, get into film, get into voiceover, get into radio. And I'm like, I just wanted to tell jokes. And come on. And so I think that's why I find myself doing different things in order to support the main thing. My main thing's always stand-up comedy. So whatever I need to do to secure the safety of my baby, which is stand-up comedy, I'll do. Keep your face out there, stay relevant, keep yourself in the mix so that you can support your baby here. All that was my first regular television show. A lot of people don't know, Gabriel Iglesias was a child star. I child starred at the age of 21 because that's how old I was when I was on the show. But since I had braces and I looked younger, it worked out. And they would always dress me in drag. Every episode I was wearing a dress because I could always do the girl voice. So they said, oh, we got to play this up. And then one of the shows, I got knocked unconscious because I was wearing a wig and I had bangs. And I ran up on stage and there was beams. And I ran into one of the beams. And I woke up on the floor with a fireman standing over me. So next thing I know, I'm on a gurney. I'm on my way to the hospital. Did they let me change? No. So there I go in the hospital in drag. And word gets spread around town that there was an artist who suffered a head injury on a Nickelodeon lot. And everybody thought it was Enrique Iglesias. And so, the news started showing up to the hospital. And it was basically me coming out with the, still in my clothes. I got offered a role years ago, and I passed on it because my manager at the time thought it was a bad idea. It was a voiceover for a film. They said that if I were to do this movie, I would get $700 and back end means I get a percentage if the movie grossed over like 150 million. And manager said, guess what? You're getting an offer in Texas to go do some shows. That's more your speed, more worth your time. This is a stupid idea. It's not going to do anything. And so I passed on the movie. And the movie turned out to be a blockbuster. I passed up the chance to co-star in the movie Happy Feet. I was not happy when I found out that it did what it did. And the person who took my part, well, he didn't take it, but I gave it up and he stepped in, was Robin Williams. To have one of your comedy heroes come, like you gave up something and your comedy hero came in and he did it. And you want to talk about feeling this small. I mean, I was just like, oh my God. That was not a good conversation for my manager that day. I've worked in different times and done different things, and little by little, it's just been growing and growing and growing. So to have a specific, the big break, I think there's been so many. There hasn't been one main thing that has been that, oh man, now we're here. Because people say, oh my God, you made it. When did you know you made it? And I've always tried to not say, I made it, because I feel like if you say you made it, you're gonna stop working. You plateau. So always stay hungry, always stay like you're just reaching and going and going. But if you're playing at Madison Square Garden and you got a full arena of people, it's hard to stay humble. So that night when I says, next time someone asks me, when did you know you made it? I said, I'm gonna have a date, April 17, 2015, Madison Square Garden, New York City. And when I said that, the whole arena, then I started crying. I'm like, oh my God. It was a happy moment and a scary moment at the same time, because I'm like, oh my God, I said it out loud. I said it out loud that I made it. And I'm like, so now what? Hey guys, thanks for listening. I've been your guest, Gabriel Iglesias. Check out my comedy special, One Show Fits All. I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry. Or my TV show series, Mr. Iglesias. And hit me up online if you need a code. I know people. I went to a comedy show. I went to go see Chris Rock. And whether you're a fan or not, the point is I was at the show and I was early. And I'm by myself, which is rare. Rare. I never go anywhere alone. And mostly it's because my team gets worried about my safety. They're like, oh man, hey, what if someone tries to kidnap you? That's not even the joke, you fuckers. That's not even the joke. And I know exactly why you're laughing. And I'm not even going to tell you the ending now. Yeah, you guys are acting like Australians right now. That's what you're doing. Oh, no filter right there. Look at him. He's crying. Okay. So I'm at the show. I'm early by myself. And I says, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to security. Maybe I can relay a message to Chris and let him know that I'm in the crowd and I'm a fan and I want to say hi, take a picture. So I walk over to the side of the stage and I see security. And I looked at the security officer and I was like, hi. And he goes, Fluffy! And when he did that, I said, hey, listen, I forgot my keys. I'll be right back. And he goes, yeah, get your keys, get your keys, get your keys. I'm like, oh my God, that shit just worked. And just like that, I'm backstage at a Chris Rock concert. Once I was behind the curtain, I was in my normal element. I felt comfortable. I didn't look out of place. I knew where everything was. I knew where the food was. I knew where the dressing rooms were. People are coming up to me. We didn't know you were here. Just a last minute call. I says, I got this far. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna try to meet him. And so I made my way over to the dressing rooms, and it wasn't hard to find his room. The door has his name on it. And so I'm standing there, and I feel like a little kid. And I'm like, oh. The door opens up, and there's this guy in the room, like a bodyguard, and he's just massive, okay? I'm a big dude, but damn, dude's just... Welcome to Jurassic to Big! And I'm like, hi.
Can I help you?
Yes, my name is Gabriel. I'm a comedian. I'm a big fan of Chris's, and I wanted to see if I could say hi.
You say you're a comedian?
Yes.
Well, then you understand that Chris is going over his material right now. He ain't really trying to talk to nobody. So I'll tell you what, player, if you want to come back after the show, you're more than welcome to. But right now, just not a good time.
Can I wave?
Excuse me?
Can I wave?
What you mean?
Can I wave at Chris? Chris Rock is in the room. He can hear the conversation that's taking place. The stupid conversation that's taking place. I can hear Chris Rock in the background. What's going on? Who's at the door? I'm about to wait.
Yo, Chris, I got this, man.
Move!
All right.
And the guy stands to the side. And now I'm looking at Chris Rock. And he recognized me, and it freaked me out. He sees me, and he's like this. He goes, ah, shit! Look who it is! Look who it is! It's the king of the Mexicans. Chris Rock called me the king of the Mexicans. For the rest of the show, everyone referred to me as El Chapo. Hey, what's up? This is Gabriel Iglesias coming to you live from Ontario, California. We're in the middle of my show right now. It's going on. One of my buddies is on stage, but we're gonna have a little commercial break right now, and we thought we'd try a little something different tonight. And this is something that's kind of special, and we thought we'd try to get this on tape. So keep watching. You're gonna see what happens when we decide we want to try to give away well, you'll see. Check it out.
We want to do something a little special right now. We've got a 5X I Love Carnitas shirt, and we want to hook somebody up in the audience with it. We're not going to throw it, because if you're a real 5X kind of a guy or a girl, you're probably not going to catch it. If you think you can fit the shirt, and I don't want skinny cholos that wear 5X, if you're a big guy and you think you can fit the shirt, I want you to make your way to the front of the stage right here, and we're going to let the audience vote. So go ahead and come on out. All right, we got 2. Anybody else? We got 3 guys right here. Anybody else? Oh, shit. That's the first time you stuck up on anybody. Number 1. Yeah, number 1. Number 2. All right, brother, just get a sandwich next time. Number 3. Number 4. What's your name, homie? Tiny. A big hand for Tiny, guys. Now that you're going, you gotta go up against the reigning champion, brother. Give it up for the champion!
Makes it greater. Say hello, this is the lucky song. Hey, it's the way. It's time to let you know this is the lucky song. Hey, it's the way. Yeah, yo, something, what's the status? Show enough, yo, who's the baddest?
I don't know if you guys know this or not. I'm celebrating an anniversary of me having my first ever celebrity death hoax. I guess the internet tried to kill me about a year ago. And 25 million people read an article that I died due to complications from diabetes. And I was like, that's like, you know, I asked my son, I said, hey, did you hear I died? That's what they meant. I go, what do you mean that's what they meant? Well, my friends were asking if you were okay. Well, what'd you tell them? I hadn't seen you. Good deal. It's pretty crazy. 25 million people read an article that I died, but no one called me. I got a few text messages. Actually, I take that back. The only person that called was Martin. And I think that's just to make sure that he still had employment. You know what I mean? Hello? Hey, you dead? No, man, I'm alive. I figured you would have texted me. Good friend. My son Frankie, he's now 18. Yeah. Some of you are clapping like he's leaving. Nope. I asked him, hey, what are you going to do with yourself now that you're 18? What are you going to do? Have you thought about college? Just now. Okay. And I tell him, I says, you know, Frankie, if you want to go to college, the only thing stopping you is you. I says, I tell a lot of jokes. I will pay for your entire college education. You can go to school anywhere you want as long as you get accepted. What do you think about that? I said, if you want to go to school in California, we'll make it happen. You want to go to school somewhere else in America, we'll make it happen. I said, hell, I'll even do one of those special international programs. You know, the ones where you give them one of your children and then they give you one of their children? You know, what is it when you kid swap? Thank you. Sorry, I was like, some of you are like, that's called human trafficking. It's a different program. I would love to do an exchange program with my son, but don't give me a regular kid. If I'm gonna do an exchange program, give me a kid from like a hardcore third world country so that he appreciates all the basic things most children take for granted. You know, like food, electricity, running water, a roof, stuff that costs money, but they just figure it's, you know, it's part of the package. Give me little Tombutu. I would love Tombutu. Give me little Tombutu.
Mr. Fluffy,
Yes, Tombutu.
I was wondering, what time do we go to sleep?
You go to sleep whenever you like. This is your room. We sleep next door. All of this is for Tombutu? Yes, all of this is for Tombutu.
In my village, 2 families sleep in an area this big.
Well, here in America, one big-ass Mexican kid sleeps here. Enjoy. And then I would take him to IHOP or Denny's and let him order whatever he wants and just watch him lose it, you know?
This is the Thanksgiving I heard of. Thank you, Mr. Fluffy, thank you. If there is anything Tombutu can do for you, please tell me, anything.
Can you help me take out the trash?
For you, I will eat the trash.
Meanwhile, my son is on the other side of the world on top of an elephant trying to get Wi-Fi. I found out that Frankie is very sensitive about his mom. And he's at the age right now where affection really bothers him. Not necessarily from me, because if I try to hug him, he's cool with it, because I give those quick bro hugs, you know, like, hey, what's up, you know? However, if his mom is standing right next to me, and I reach over and I grab her hand, he sees that as gross, and he'll make the face. What? Ah. The hand? That's gross, Dad. I go, that's not gross, Frankie. That's not gross. Baby, open your mouth. That's his weak spot, and I go for it every single time. One day I was ironing one of my shirts that I was gonna put on, right? I'm ironing the shirt and I'm talking to him about his grades. As I'm talking to him about his grades, there's a car driving in front of the house, and the stereo was really loud, and you could feel the bass. So I started dancing. Oh yeah. Frankie starts laughing, right? And it felt good. I was making my son laugh. But then he starts pointing. He starts pointing. Why are you pointing? Because you're fat. Your fat's going everywhere. Your fat's going everywhere. I go, really? My fat's going everywhere? Well, guess what? This fat makes your mom horny. And he's like, ah! If I ask him to do something and he doesn't do it, like for example, as parents, you want your kids to go to sleep by a certain time because you need them to wake up in time to get ready for school. Frankie's cutoff is 11 o'clock. It's pretty late, if you ask me, for a kid. Sometimes he'll push it to midnight. And he'll play dumb. Oh, I don't know what time it was. Yeah, whatever, you're only holding a clock. But I get it. I used to play dumb too. So then he'll walk in his room and he'll say, oh, good night, Dad. And he'll close the door. And he thinks he's slick. He takes a towel and he starts rolling up the towel. And he puts it under the door so that I can't see the light coming from the TV. Sounds pretty genius, right? But hello, cover the rest of the stupid door. He freaking turns on his big ass TV and it looks like immigration's breaking into his bedroom. And so what happens is he'll stay up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's supposed to wake up at 6. His alarm goes off, and he sleeps through the alarm. And it's a real alarm. It's not a radio. It's freaking whole house awake. Him, and it's right here. So I gotta get out of bed, and I go over to his room, and I open the door, and I kick the stupid towel out of the way, and then I walk over, and I yell, Frankie! Frankie! Nothing. So I shake him. Frankie, wake up! You know what happens when I shake my son in the morning? It makes him eat in his sleep. That's what happens. I shake him and he does this. Nom, nom, nom. So you know what I do? I get on top of the bed and I slowly lay on top of him. And I apply my full weight, bro, all of it, slowly, and you could hear him. Oh God! Oh God! You're too big! You're too big! And then I whisper in his ear, that's what your mom said. But my poison of choice is tequila, and some of you already know that. And to the young adults, you know, it is a poison, all right? It is. It's just a delicious one. I avoid certain drinks, like tequila is usually the only go-to that I have. I avoid Jaeger. I don't do Jaeger. Especially here. Yeah, I've been on 6th Street. You hear people, Jaeger! Jaeger's the only alcohol that will make you scream its name, by the way. Think about that. That is the only alcohol that people scream its name. You don't hear anybody else. You don't hear Mexicans, tequila, way! You don't hear black people, Hennessy, player. You don't hear Japanese, woo, saki, saki! But Jaeger, ugh. Another reason why I'm not a fan of Jaeger is because I'm type 2 diabetic. I shouldn't even be drinking, but there's twice as much sugar in Jaeger. Okay? Another thing is the consistency of Jaeger. It's like medicine. It's like cough syrup. The problem with that is that if you drink too much of it, it's very sticky on the inside, and it takes longer to come back. You know, if you have one too many Coronas, you know what happens, and then you return it to the rightful owner. Jaeger makes you feel like you got to bring it back, but you can't. All it does is make you dramatic for 45 minutes. You've seen that person. You okay? I'm fine. They can't throw up. All they're doing is 6-minute abs. They sound like an old car that won't start. You take them by the hand, you drag them into the bathroom, lean them over a toilet, nothing. Nothing. You're trying to motivate them. You can do it. People are outside knocking on the door. Are you okay in there? I think someone's hurting a dog. Not safe. Another alcohol I refuse to mess with anymore is wine. Let me explain. I know some of you are like, Let me explain about wine. I don't like wine for a few reasons. The main reason is that I don't like the fact that it's socially accepted. And what I mean by that is that if you see a man crossing the street with a bottle of wine, immediately he's judged, but in a positive way. Because wine is always associated with something high class, something positive, an anniversary, a celebration, some type of promotion. Something good is always attached to wine. Women see a man with a bottle of wine and a couple of glasses, and immediately, someone's gonna have a nice time. Aww, lucky bitch. It's still alcohol. It will still mess you up. The main reason why I don't like wine is because you cannot accurately measure wine. You can measure real alcohol. It's called a shot. And you know after drinking enough times what you can handle and what you can't handle. Because people that drink a lot love to brag about their drinking abilities. You know, 11 shots of Cuervo. Woo! Yeah! Even women. After 4 shots of Don Julio, I am so good. 4 shots is my sweet spot. What happens if you do 5? I'll wake up in an alley. What happens if you do 6? That's how I met Tyrone. See, with wine, you cannot accurately measure how much you're drinking unless it's by the bottle, and that's a whole different problem. Glasses. Wine glasses are always different sizes. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small, and then you have to depend on someone who's pouring it, especially at a restaurant. Sometimes people know what they're doing, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you get that one guy with a real heavy hand and he fills it all the way up, which is what you're not supposed to do. Or you get the person that's seasoned who gives you a little bit less than half of the glass, which is the proper amount. Or you get that greedy bastard from Olive Garden. And it gives you that little sample and you gotta hold it up and... Oh, that's good, I got a coupon for that. Plus, you never see wine drinkers drinking with real drinkers in dive bars. You might see them at a social gathering like this or a corporate function, but never at a little hole in the wall. You're never gonna see Jaeger! Tequila, way! And in the middle, Merlot, I say. Oh, this is a fantastic establishment. I truly enjoy the decor here. It's amazing. Who cuts your grass? It's brilliant, I tell you. See, up to this point, we have agreed on how we raise our son. But in this situation, she's trying to protect him from the world. I'm trying to prepare him for the world. If he cannot handle me raising my voice to get his attention, to see the bigger picture, he's not ready for a world that doesn't care about his feelings. So I say, you know what? I gotta have a one-on-one with him. I gotta have a one-on-one without... So I take him out to the movies. We get in the car, we take off. Little 20-minute drive, okay? As we're driving, I figure I'll have a little one-on-one with him. Maybe this way it doesn't feel like a talk. I thought he understood what I was trying to say. It's late, we're leaving the movies. We're pulling out of the parking structure, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a cop car. And I made a sound. I was like, ugh. And Frankie goes, what is it, Dad? I said, there's a cop at the light. What are you worried about? He's gonna stop us. How do you know? Watch. I made that left turn. Frankie's losing it. It's happening! I said, relax. I pull over. Cop pulls up from behind. Immediately, driver, windows down. Oh. Driver, hands out the window.
Serious?
Both of them. I can't, I'm fat! He gets to the window, and he's got the flashlight, and he shines the light right in my face. He's like, license, yeah, here. He takes the license, and then, of course, do you know why I stopped you? Officer, no, I don't, but I'm sure you're about to tell me. You don't have a front plate on your car. I said, officer, you're absolutely right. I do not have a front plate on my car, but my name is actually on the front of the car. Excuse me, my name is on the front of the car. I own a 2012 Ford Flex, and the Ford Flex has the actual word flex written on the hood. I have a friend who does custom automotive work, and he took all the letters off the car except for the letter F, and he made letters so that it spells fluffy on the hood. Okay? Yeah, it sounds impressive. You can do it too for like $23. It's not that bad. They're like refrigerator magnets. You can even move them. Like one day a letter flew off and it said Foofy. Look at me, que pendejo. I know, stupid, right? So the officer walks around to the front of the car and he takes his flashlight and he shines the light right on the hood. And he does this, he goes, I knew it! And my son goes, what does that mean? I said, that means we get to go. Oh, Houston, for the first time in a long time, my son was actually impressed by something that I did. You got to figure, this is not impressive to my son because he grew up in this environment. Okay, you saw that, right? I saw like that's like the third one I've seen. It's like stuff keeps, people upstairs from Tombow. Keep talking. All right, I'll tell you guys what happened. Shakira performed here a few days ago, and Shakira has an amazing show. Okay, she doesn't just come out and la 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 la. I think I just hurt myself. But there's a part of her show where all of a sudden it goes, and there's cannons with confetti that shoot everywhere, right? And I think that was leftover Shakira. Yeah. Can we edit out the part where I burned 800 calories? Oh my God. So where was I? Oh, this does nothing for my son. And the reason why I say that is because he grew up in this environment. He's been to 1,000 shows. He's seen me on TV 1,000,000 times. It's not a big deal. But the fact that I got stopped by a cop and the cop recognized me and geeked out and let us go, I earned street cred with my kid. Yeah, Frankie was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I'm like, hell yeah, cuz, that's right. You better recognize, player. We get home, he woke up his mom. Mom, you should have seen it. We got stopped by the cops. Are you okay? Yeah, they recognized Dad and they let us go. And she stayed quiet. And I told her, huh? I got recognized. And she said, ah. And fortunately for me, I've never had anyone die at one of my shows. And I know that sounds crazy to say that, but it's never happened, and I'm very grateful for that. I have had people hurt themselves, though. I had a lady in Ohio who was up in the balcony, and she laughed herself unconscious, and she freaking and went forward. What? Didn't die. And when I say it went forward, she hit her head on the rail. She didn't, Fluffy killed another one. Ooh. I didn't see this because the spotlights were in my face, just like tonight. I couldn't see what was happening upstairs. It wasn't until after the show was over that Martin comes out and he whispered in my ear, hey, bro, some lady hurt herself. Let's go check on her. Let's go. So we go behind the curtain, and there's a security car waiting for us. So we jump in the car, and they raced us around to the front of the building. As soon as we get to the front, we see an ambulance, and we're like, this is serious. So we walk in. And not to take anything away from this moment, but it's a little bit funny in the sense that my show just finished and people are now leaving the building. And they see me walking in the front door. You got to see it through my eyes, He's big, but he's fast. I don't know how the hell he did that one right there. So immediately I walk in and I cut right. The lady's sitting on the steps with 2 paramedics, and they got a gurney, they got the machine and everything right there. And I'm like, ugh. Now, the lobby's filling up with people, and I'm getting recognized like that. So I'm trying to get to that lady as quickly as possible, but it's a little bit hard because people are starting to walk up. So I started doing this to throw people off. I'm like walking towards the lady, but I'm doing it like this. Are you okay? Are you all right? People see me doing that, and they're backing up. They're like, what the hell's going on? And so a line just opened up. It's not until I get over to the paramedics that one of them said something. What are you doing to the lady? What are you doing? I go, listen, bro, The woman obviously sustained a head injury, and I'm slowly giving her a chance to process the fact that it's really me. And I'm slowly getting closer. I realize now that I'm in this amazing position in life where I can no longer walk up from behind someone at one of my shows and just go, hey! Because then, clear! Fluffy killed another one. Oh. So she sees me. The woman must have been 55, 60, little Asian woman, right? She looks up and she's like, oh, you too funny. You almost killed me. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Is there anything I could do to make you feel better? Yes, feel better, feel better. I would like a 2 t-shirt. I'm gonna get you 2 t-shirts and 2 DVD. Like, you're not that hurt. Get your ass over here. Come on. I got you. As soon as she gets up, one of the paramedics is like, hey, she shouldn't be standing. She hit her head. I go, listen, bro. I said, I'm the artist performing here tonight, and I accept full responsibility over this woman, okay? Full responsibility. I says, I got her. She was tiny, and besides, we're walking 10 feet to a merchandise table. No big deal. So I got her right here, and we start walking. The second we start walking, she starts venting. Mr. Fluffy, you have no idea the kind of week I've had. My son has stressed me out so bad. He married this girl. Oh, she no cook, she no clean. Move into my house. Oh, now I have to cook and clean for 2. Oh, some bullshit. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, that's gonna happen to me. I must apologize because I do not know who you are until today. A friend gave me a ticket to your show. And she says, Susie, you stress too much. You need to get out of the house. Here, ticket to the Fluffy. And I look at the ticket. Ticket say, the Fluffy, the Fluffy. I don't know, it's a comedy. I think it's a musical like a Cats. I say, okay, I go see a Cats. Fluffy. And then your friend Martine walk out on stage with a big hair. I say, oh, this not the Cats. This not the Cats. This Lion King. Yes, that's a Mexican Mufasa. Then he started cracking jokes and I laughing. You come out on stage, I laugh so hard I cannot breathe. And I black out and I wake up and I have an ice pack on the head, the blood in the eye, and the 2 young white men paramedic, they touch me right here. They say, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? What did you tell them? Oh, never better. Oh, Susie, never have a 2 young white men so pretty touch me right here. Same time, your show very special show. Your show like a Make-A-Wish. It's like a Make-A-Wish. Mr. Fluffy, if I have a scar, you're gonna sue. Not going to sue. If I have a scar and the friends ask me, how you get the scar? Now I have a good story to tell. I'm going to say, 2 white men. Same time. While a Mexican watch. Three years ago, I bought a Beetle, not even thinking. That's not the joke, shut up. See, I can't even tell you guys this story already. I wasn't thinking, I bought the car because it was affordable, economical, brand new freaking Beetle for like 17 grand. I was like, ah! First new car. I go to show it off at my friend Martin's house. I thought it was nice. I pull up, Martin! He lives in the hood. I don't get out the car. Across the street, there are these gang members. The kind of gang members, they don't really get into, like shooting people and stuff like that. They just hang out on the porch and talk a lot of smack. And so I'm there in a Beetle, and across the street, I hear this, right? I'm like, Martin! And over here, I hear, Órale! Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? How'd you get in there, is it? Hurry up, Martin! 2 months later, I go back to pick him up. Now I've had some time to work on the car, right? I put some rims on it, some stickers. I put a chip in the motor so it goes faster. I thought it was bad, right? I pull up. Martin! Órale! I'm not turning around. Hey! Hey! I don't see you. Yoo-hoo! Hey! Oh! What? Check it out, hey! It's the Fat and the Furious! I didn't even wait, man. Got rid of that car, man. I traded it in and got myself a big old SUV. It was nice for a while. This car freaking sucked on mileage, so man, I got 11 miles to the gallon. Oh, you cannot be badass in a car that kills gas like I kill tacos. You can't be at the stoplight trying to intimidate other cars. What? Whoa. $20 right there. Hell no, man. But it was kind of cool. It had a GPS navigational system in it, an OnStar, which was really cool. I'm driving and all of a sudden this girl's talking to me.
Right turn up ahead. In 3/4 tenths of a mile, left turn.
And I'm like, whatever you say, baby. Martin and I just got back from India. Yeah. So let me tell you, I started posting on Facebook and Twitter that we were going to go out there to do these shows. And then people started sending me messages questioning what I was going to do. First of all, are they going to understand you in India? Will they understand English okay? Will they be able to follow along with your stories? Once we got there, I come to find out that more people speak English in India than in all of the US and Canada put together. Might as well throw Mexico in there for extra credit. Because there's that many people, and yes, they have the internet. They got the internet, they got Bollywood, they got Hollywood. They understand American culture so much more than we understand theirs. Second thing, people tried to warn me about going over there. Gabriel, be careful. India is a third world country. Don't drink the water in India. It contains parasites that'll make you really sick. Don't eat the food from the street people, especially the street meat. It contains a parasite that'll make you really sick. And most importantly, there's a lot of crime over there. Don't stay out late. When the sun goes down, you go down. I'm like, is it that bad? Parasites. So I'm like, let me get this straight. There's a lot of crime. Don't stay out late. Don't eat any of the food from the street vendors. And don't drink the water. Why does that sound familiar? That's Mexico! When Martin and I got over there, we found out that Indian people and Mexican people have so much in common, you guys. I'm telling you, it's insane how similar we are, especially the food. The food is so similar. For example, Mexicans love tortillas. Indian people love naan bread, which is a fluffier form of a tortilla. Mexicans love chicken. Indians love chicken. Mexicans love hot and spicy. Indians invented hot and spicy. Most popular drink in Mexico is Fanta. Most popular drink in India is Fanta. Indian people worship cows. Mexicans love barbecues. A lot of similarities. Most of the people that I met over there were very hardworking and humble. And I gotta tell you, every time I talked to someone, I was always greeted the same way. They'd look at me, they'd put their hands together, they'd do a little bow, and they say, Namaste, which is an endearing hello. It's really nice and sweet. And then I noticed that Indian people, when you're talking to them, do this thing with their head, where it will begin to move side to side as they're speaking. Now, at first when you notice it, you think, oh, he slept wrong. He just got a kink in his neck. Get a Tempur-Pedic! Now, when they start speaking, their head starts moving. And I noticed this. The guy is checking us into the hotel, and he's really cool. He's like, listen, if you have any problems at all, okay, you call the front desk, you press 0. We will send somebody to your room to help you. Whatever you need, we got it for you right here, okay? It's very good. Now, one thing I notice is the more they talk and the more excited Indian people get, the more the head starts to move around. Somebody at the hotel yelled out to the clerk, that's Fluffy. And the guy was like, oh my God, I don't believe it. I can do it. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. This is so crazy. Oh my God, Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy. Even crazier than that is that the mouth is actually connected to the neck. When the mouth stops moving, the head stops wherever the mouth left off. And when you see Indian people talking to each other, you can see it. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, okay, hold on. Wait, hold on, wait, okay. Like if you're Indian and you stutter, you are so screwed. Somebody stop him! I'm not gonna lie, you guys. When I first saw this happen, I thought it was hysterical. I thought it was funny. But then I started thinking about it. Head movement is just a form of expression. No matter where you live in this world, people express themselves in their own unique way, whether through facial expressions, hand gestures, body movement, extra words. Everywhere you go, things are different. And that's just how they express themselves in India. Now, back to the whole Indians-Mexican thing. That is something else that we share in common with Indian people. Head movement. Now, some of you in the building tonight are like, stupid. We don't have head movement. Yes, we do. It's a little different. See, with Indian people, the head movement is side to side. Mexicans, our head movement is front to back. The difference between that is that with Mexicans, we have to be very, very upset in order for you to see the head movement. Otherwise, you can't tell. With Indians, it's all the time. Oh, today is such a nice day. It is such a beautiful day today. I'm so happy. It's very nice, very good. Oh my God, I can't believe it's so nice. It's such a pretty. Mexicans, when we're mad, that's when it comes out. For non-Latinos, hey, trust me, you cut off a Mexican in traffic, see what happens. ¡Sácate, pendejo! ¡Lárgate, cabrón! ¡Quítate, desgraciado! That's funny. I don't know why the black people are laughing. You guys take it all. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, hell no. I know he ain't talking about me. I hit a bell. I hit a bell. I made myself dizzy doing it. So let me tell you guys, if you ever get the opportunity to travel to India, I encourage you to check it out. You are gonna see some beautiful things. You are gonna see some amazing things. You are gonna see some sad, depressing things and some real horrible things. Overall, it's a well-balanced trip. But when you get back home here to the United States, you will have a whole different appreciation for your life. Believe that. I guarantee this, you guys. There's a lot of people in India, and with a lot of people comes a lot of traffic. First things first, American traffic and Indian traffic, very different. Here, whatever happens on the freeway will stop the whole freeway. In India, there's 10 times the traffic, but it moves. See, the problem is Americans, we're fascinated by accidents. We're fascinated by the idea of seeing potential death. That's why we slow down on the freeways. We say we don't want to see it, but what happens in traffic? You know, what's going on over there? There doesn't even have to be a collision. You could be on the 101 freeway and a car has a tire blowout and it spins. Doesn't hit anything. It's now facing oncoming traffic. You know what happens to the rest of the freeway? Even on the other freeway where there's no accident. And again, what's going on? What's going on? I'm sorry. Hey, somebody might be dead. Sorry. In India, if there's an accident in the middle of the street, you know what they do? They drive right around it. They don't stop. And it's not that they're not sensitive to the situation. They are. It's just that there's so much chaos that happens on a regular basis. They just need to get to work. They do see what's happening. And believe me, they're heartfelt. You know, they'll drive around. I'm so sorry for you. Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India. They need to get from point A to point B. And so they go. If there's an accident, they drive around. If there's something blocking the street, they get on the sidewalk to go around. It's amazing the way they drive. And here's something else. No one uses turn signals over there. No one uses turn signals. They use a horn. Now, if you go to India tomorrow, from the time you get there to the time you leave, you're constantly going to hear a horn. It's an actual language when people are driving. I'll show you. You're driving? Car on your right. Car on your left. Light up ahead. They talk to each other while they're driving, and they barely miss each other every single time. Also, you'll be on the 101 freeway here, and there'll be 6 lanes. In India, you'll see 6 lanes, but guess what? You'll see 12 cars across. Yes, they have lines, but they're basically there to let you know more or less the direction you might want to go in. They're this close to each other. And even at the light, they communicate. You see everything. Cars, trucks, vans, motorcycles, pedestrians, cows, children, all waiting for the light. And they talk at the light with the horn. Very good, you can go, you can go. Welcome, you're welcome, go. Nothing stops the flow of traffic over there. Indian people drive. Think of ants. You know how ants travel in a straight line? And if there's something in the way like a rock, ants will split up, go around the rock and reunite or climb over the rock. Worst case scenario, they dig a hole and go under the rock. That's the mentality of driving in India. A man can get shot in the middle of the street. People just look at each other. Somebody pick him up. And they'll drag his ass onto the sidewalk. And if there's an accident and they need to get around, guess what's gonna happen to that guy on the sidewalk? Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India, except a cow. Now, I know we've always heard the stories and the jokes about, oh, Indian people don't eat hamburgers. I asked the question and I found out. It's believed that cows are people who have died and they've been reincarnated and their new life is now the cow, which is why they don't eat them and why they give them all the love and respect in the world over there. I saw this firsthand. There's a cow crossing the street while we're driving. And the cows know, they're cocky, they know that they can cross. All the cows, and the cows out there all cocky. Gling, 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 gling. No one honks at the cows. No one yells at the cows. No one touches the cows. They wait for the cows to finish crossing. The cow that we had laid down. The driver just shut off the car. Started tweeting. There is a cow in the middle of the street. Hashtag Momo. I asked the driver, what's going on? Sir, there is a cow. I see that there's a cow. Are you gonna honk at it, go around? What's gonna happen? We cannot honk at the cow. We must wait for the cow to move. You're kidding. I am not kidding. We must wait for the cow. We drove past a dead body 15 minutes ago. That is probably him. Like seriously, the driving situation over there is so intense, you guys. One morning while we're there, I needed to get to the airport fast because I overslept. And so I get in the cab and I hand the driver a $50 bill. And I go, sir, I am running very late. I need to get to the airport as soon as possible. Whatever side street you have to take or back road, I'm all for it. Whatever you have to do, let's do it. And I hand him the money and he goes, very good, let's go. And we take off. The guy is hitting anywhere from 50 to 70 miles an hour on the street. We are making incredible time. I notice that we're heading in the direction of a red light. You ever been in a car with someone and you're paying attention to what's going on and you notice that you're about to hit a red light and you know how you start to mentally and physically prepare yourself for the deceleration of the car and you start anticipating the pressure from the brake, and if you don't get the sensation of slowing down by a certain point, all alarms go off in your head and you sock the driver in the chest. Hey! Not only did I not get the sensation of slowing down, I got the opposite. He gunned it towards the light. And it caught me off guard. I couldn't even scream. I was like, "Arr!" and then I got air. Hey, pull over, pull over. He didn't even know what he did. He looks at me, he goes, what is wrong? What do you mean, what is wrong? Dude, didn't you see the red light? As calm as can be. Didn't you see there was no one there? You told me, whatever you have to do, okay? Whatever you have to do, you do. Do you want to yell or do you want to make plain? He made a good point. I sounded like a third grader. I want to make plain. Like seriously, that's a video game I want to see. I want to see Grand Theft Auto India. It was so crazy, you guys. And this is just us being there. I haven't even gotten to the part of us performing. We were in Mumbai, Bangalore, and Delhi. Okay, these three places is where we went to perform. Mumbai and Bangalore, the shows went over very, very well. Okay, there were about 1,500 to 2,000 people, which is amazing for if you're going over there. I was like excited, yes. And then we get to Delhi. And when we got to Delhi, you guys, it got a little crazy. Martin walks out on stage and the crowd recognized him. And they started chanting, Martin! Anytime I hear that, I'm like, they know him, it's gonna be a good show. So Martin starts cracking jokes. The crowd starts laughing. He's cracking more jokes. The crowd keeps laughing. All of a sudden, I hear this. Martin doesn't say a word to them. He gets off stage, next comedian comes out, and then Martin comes over to me and he says, bro, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on out there. There's these three guys in the front row. They're laughing like Klingons from Star Trek. I'm not gonna address them. I'm gonna save them for you. I was like, oh, thank you. So then Martin goes back out there on stage and he introduces me. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabriel Iglesias. And then I run out on stage and the crowd started chanting, Fluffy, Fluffy. And I was like, whoa, what's up, Delhi? And I start cracking jokes, start getting laughs, start cracking more jokes, start getting more laughs. And then it happened. Now see me, I can't avoid things, especially when it's front row center. So I addressed it. I came right out and I said, well, hello. I said, what do we have here? I said, so where are you guys from? And the guy in the middle looks at me and he goes, we are from Germany. I said, cool, we have Germans in the house. And the whole crowd got really weird. You could hear them. They freaked out because they thought I was gonna start making fun of the German people. And one guy even stood up. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I go, relax, bro, have a seat. Don't do it. I'm not gonna make fun of the German people. That's the last thing I wanna do is offend them. I don't wanna end up outside in an alley somewhere freaking in 2 hours. And this is the last time we are going to tell you, do not make fun of German people. As I'm doing this joke about a German kicking me on the floor with the accent, here's where it gets crazy. I get hit in the side of the head by a bat. Listen to what I just told you, Bay Area. I get hit in the side of the head by a bat. Not Major League Baseball. I'm talking about, I'm gonna suck your blood. In India, there are millions and millions and millions of fruit bats. And one of them, actually 6 of them, made it inside of the building. And they're flying around and they're hanging out in the rafters. And one of them decides to fly down. And basically, when I was doing the kicks, I stepped into the line of flight of the bat. And he caught me right here. I'm like, what the hell? And I look up and you see it and you can hear it. The Indian people saw that and they freaked out. They were yelling, they did it. They did it. We told you, don't do it. We told you, don't do it. They're evil. They're evil. I'm like, dude, I don't care how evil you think the Germans are. They don't have control over bats. It wasn't like the guy got offended and said, oh, really? Uns release the bat. So now the crowd is weird. These guys are laughing. And there's freaking bats flying around the theater. First 2 minutes of my show. I gotta do an hour. And now I've already lost the crowd. They're freaking out. These guys are laughing weird. I'm nervous. It's my first time there. I don't know how to get out of this. So I literally walked over to the other side of the stage and I started just performing for this side of the room. Trying to redirect the focus right here. And I'm so nervous, I'm stuttering. I don't even have a segue. I'm like, you know, it's crazy. In America, everybody in America likes drinking. You know, it's real crazy. Like for example, Mexicans, most Mexicans, we like drinking tequila. Most black people like Hennessy. Most white people like Jaeger. Here in India, you guys like Fanta. And when I said Fanta, the crowd went crazy because it was such a local reference. They freaked out. They were like screaming, oh my God, he knows, he knows. They started singing, Fanta, Fanta, don't you want na Fanta, Fanta, don't you want na Fanta, Fanta. The roar was so big, it allowed me to restart my show. So I started cracking new jokes and more jokes and these jokes and those jokes. 5 minutes go by. 5 minutes go by. All of a sudden, the Germans got offended at the fact that I left them out of my drinking joke. The one in the middle stands up and he approaches the stage. Now this stage has got to be about 5 feet tall. The guy's head was about this high. He was like 6'4". He looks at me and he starts pointing and he's yelling, hey, fat man! Fat man! What about us, huh? What about the Germans? What do we drink? I was like, dude, that was like 5 minutes ago. We were giving you a chance. What do we drink? I'm like, first of all, sir, I apologize. I'm really nervous right now. I had no idea there was going to be Germans here tonight. Yeah, felt like Poland. I don't care if you laugh or not. That's a smart-ass joke. That's a smart-ass joke. It's not my fault some of you pendejos failed history. You better Google that and find out why it's so damn funny. So, all the older white people, God damn it, yeah. So anyway, so I'm standing there and I go, listen, sir, you need to have a seat, okay? The people are getting nervous. You need to have a seat so I can finish the show. And the guy, he refuses. I will not sit down, fat man, until you tell us what we drink. I go, listen, I don't know what you guys drink. And the Indians are being so cute. They're trying to help me. They're yelling, hey, they like Fanta too. And the guy was like, we do not like Fanta. I'm like, dude. I go, sir, please have a seat. I will not have a seat until you tell us what we drink. Tell us, fat man. I go, listen, sir, you need to sit down and you need to stop calling me fat man. Now it's starting to bother me. This is like the 6th time he does it. And I didn't just lose 100 pounds to now get called fat man. So I go, sir, if you don't have a seat, we're going to have a problem, especially if you call me fat man again. And he freaking did it. What are you going to do, fat man? What do we drink? Even Martin, who's behind the curtain, knew. He knows when I'm at that point where I've crossed over. I can hear him in the back. Don't do it. Too late, Fluffy's pissed. So I said, you want to know what you drink? Tell me. Don't ask me where this came from. I got right in his face and I said, blood of Jews. Now see, automatically you guys gave me a whole different reaction. In Delhi, that was probably the most shocking thing ever said on that stage. So shocking that 2,000 people at the exact same time got so quiet, you guys, so quiet. You could hear everyone's ass just... And I'm still standing there, my hands out. Have you ever said something that was so bad? And I mean, you knew it was bad as it was coming out of your mouth, and you're trying to stop it, but it's too late, it's already out, and you're like, no. And it's too late. Blood of Jews is all over his face, right? I'm standing there, my hands out, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, and I'm like, ah! He says, that's a good one, yeah, that's a good one. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. It doesn't end there. I'm telling you guys, this is so crazy. So next morning, Martin and I are flying back home to Los Angeles from Delhi. We're taking an airline called British Airways. We go from Delhi to London, England, and we have a connecting flight over there. Once we get to England, they canceled our connect for whatever reason. And so we got rebooked on another airline called Lufthansa. It's a German airline. Now, this is why I believe in karma. Seriously, Martin's like, really? Blood of Jews? I'm like, I know. I felt like they phoned ahead. Ons, take care of Fluffy. So I put down my credit card. I made sure that Martin and I got upgraded to at least their business class because it's like a long flight. And so we're in there, we're on the plane, and the plane takes off. About 20 minutes into the flight, we're just sitting there, we're laughing. And the flight attendant, she starts coming down the aisle with a little cart. Okay, she's coming down the aisle and she sees me and she goes, hello, sir. Do you have a preferred drink of choice today? Martin looks at me, taps me in the chest, and he goes, hey, tell her. Tell her, bro. Come on, ask for it. If anybody has it. Dude, shut up. And then she looks at Martin. Sir, do you have a preferred drink of choice? And Martin's like, yeah, you guys got blood of... She's like, Bloody Mary? Yes, yes, Bloody Mary. Freaking Machete's gonna get me banned from flying. So we make it back home. I'm trying to tell the story to my girlfriend and my son. And my girl, she's barely laughing. She's like, like she's jaded. She doesn't laugh at my jokes anymore. My son Frankie, on the other hand, he is dying. Ah! And I'm like, really? He's 16 years old. I go, really, Frankie? You thought that was funny? He goes, yeah, it's funny. I go, what was so funny about my story? He goes, those people you're talking about. I go, who, the Indians? He goes, no, the other ones. I go, the Germans. He goes, yeah, it's funny. I go, what's so funny about the Germans? The way that they speak. I go, what's so funny about the way that they speak? He goes, they sound like the 3 little pigs from the movie Shrek. I had to go on YouTube and freaking find it, and sure enough, all 3 little pigs. Hello, Shrek. I was just waiting for one of them to go, fat man.
It's time to say hello. This is the Muppet Show. Hey, it's Muppet. It's time to let you know. This is the Muppet Show. Hey, it's Muppet.
The fact that I got to meet Snoop was awesome. He looked for me. But every now and then I go out and I wanna meet people. I wanna see cool things. And for example, comedy. I'm a huge fan of comedy, not just performing it, but I love going to shows. I go to a comedy show every now and then alone. Now, I don't know if that sounds weird to you guys, but for me to do anything nowadays by myself, it's my crew, all the people that work for me, they freak out when I go places because they're always concerned for my safety. You know, what if someone tries to kidnap you? Well, they're gonna earn it. I got into a fight with some of my team members, and I said, you know what, I'm going out. I bought myself a ticket, and I went to go watch Chris Rock one night in concert. Now, I says, you know what? Maybe I can make my way backstage, and I don't know, if I get lucky, maybe I'll say hi to him. I've always wanted to meet him. So I go to the side of the stage, and I run into security, and I said, hey. He looked at me and said, Fluffy! And when he did that, I said, hey, listen, I forgot my keys. I'll be right back. And the guy's like, yeah, keep going. Get your keys, get your keys, get your keys. I'm like, oh my God, that shit worked. Just like that, I snuck backstage at a Chris Rock concert. Once I was behind the curtain, I was in my element. I knew where everything was. I knew where the food was. I knew where the dressing rooms were, where the bathrooms were. I'm walking around with a soda. People are coming up to me. You know, we didn't know you were gonna be here. I got a call last minute. Looking for my keys. I says, you know what? I got this far. I'm gonna push it. I wanna meet him. I've always wanted to meet Chris Rock. It was not hard. Once I was back there, I just had to go to the dressing rooms. All I had to do was read the name on the door. I'm standing there in front of the door and I'm hyperventilating, just. The door opens up and there's this man in there, this bodyguard who's just massive. I'm a big guy, but damn, dude was huge. As soon as he opened the door, just. Welcome to Jurassic. Big! Grandote! And I'm standing there and I'm like, hi. And he's like, can I help you? Yes, my name is Gabriel. I'm a comedian. And I wanted to see if I could say hi to Chris Rock, if that's possible. You say you're a comedian? Yes. Well, then you understand Chris is going over his material right now. He really ain't trying to talk to nobody. So I'll tell you what, player, if you want to come by after the show, you're more than welcome to. But right now, it's not a good time. Chris Rock is a busy man. Can I wave? Excuse me? Can I wave? What you mean? Can I wave at Chris? I don't have to come in. Can I wave? Chris Rock is in the room. He can hear the stupid conversation that's taking place. I know this because I can hear Chris Rock in the background. What's going on? Who's at the door? Move out the way. Yo, Chris, I got this, man. I got this. Move! All right. And the guy stands to the side, and now I'm looking at Chris Rock, and he recognized me, and it freaked me out. Oh, yeah, it freaked me out. He's like, ah, shit! Look who it is. Look who it is. It's the king of the Mexicans. Chris Rock called me the king of the Mexicans. For the rest of the show, everyone referred to me as El Chapo. I was celebrating the fact that I got away with that for so long. For so long. I snuck backstage at Chris Rock. I snuck backstage. Until karma showed up one day in the form of the most extreme fan I have ever had in 20 years of me being a comedian. I had someone who not only made it backstage, this person paid to get into my dressing room. Okay? Yeah, he didn't pay me, by the way. He didn't pay me. I'm an honest hoe. Okay? I made no money that day, all right? Yeah, if I would have gotten paid, you wouldn't be hearing this story. Here's the thing. I walk into my dressing room from the bathroom. I just finished showering up, and I'm in a towel. I walk into the room, come to find out later that this man was a very wealthy businessman in the community, okay? And when I walked into the room, he's wearing a very, very nice suit. So when I saw the suit, I didn't give it a second thought because he looked professional. I thought maybe he was the general manager of the building, one of the concert promoters. He could have been someone's agent. So when I walked in the room, I'm like, Tao, can I help you? He looks at me, and it was the most uncomfortable conversation I have ever had. He looks at me and says, listen. I am not here to waste any of your time. Fluffy, I am prepared to take care of you. I will give you a new Lexus and an allowance that's more than what you make as a comedian. Leave with me. I was never more disgusted and offended at the fact that I was not gay. Because finally, somebody wants to take care of me. Do you know how many people I take care of? No one's ever offered me a Lexus, and they should. I felt horrible saying no to this guy. I still think about it. I still have the number. Houston, I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't know how this is gonna go over, but I'm gonna say it. I would be an amazing gay partner. I would, all the way up until that one part, but even then. Have you ever driven a Lexus? Those are nice. Sometimes you gotta take one for your own team. I'm just saying.